Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at the newest Kickstarter launching for tabletop games and give you my honest thoughts on that Kickstarter, potential red flags. Does it look cool? Does it not? Let's get into it. Today, what do we got? Yonder, that's a role-playing game. Not exactly my wheelhouse. Miniature war game, no. The Sleepover, a lightly horror-themed, family-friendly co-op board game where you have to restore... Okay. I am intrigued. I love a lot of those words. Horror-themed, co-op... So, looking for $27,000, a lightly horror-themed, family-friendly co-op board game where you have to restore power to the house before the boogeyman gets you. All right, let's check it out.
Will you work together? Do you really think you can do it all on your own? Will you survive?
I like it.
The Sleepover!
Oh! Jump scare. Okay, wasn't expecting a jump scare, but I like it. You've got my attention. Don't lose it with this overly drawn-out art. Come on, get me gameplay. Come on.
So the Sleepover is a game that actually happens at someone's home. You are trying to turn on a generator and run away from the boogeyman, which just appeared at your house.
Okay, not going to work this so much as a criticism, but I would have not taken this take right here just because of all the uhs, or at least edit them out. And that's the kind of thing where that gets me a little bit worried. But I'm going to check. Is it on Board Game Geek? Because this, we'll come back to the video, but this is the big letness. Letness? It's the big something or other. Do you know that you're supposed to be on Board Game Geek? Tell me you're here. No, you're not. Strike number 2. You need to be on Board Game Geek. Now, luckily, it looks like you're getting some backers right now just from word of mouth, but you could already have built up word of mouth if you're on Board Game Geek. Strike number 1. But let's keep going, because I'm intrigued. I like what you got going on.
Same time.
It's more based off like a 80s, early 90s horror, retro kind of feel. A little bit of the Stranger Things vibe, you know, a little darker, but just along the lines of a vaporwave.
Wait, do I see a dice? I see dice rolling. I see a spinner over there. Okay, now some people are going to immediately be turned off by that, but I personally it gets me excited because if I'm looking for a family-themed game, kids love rolling dice and they love spinning. So I'm already excited.
Cinematic. I have personally flipped the first card of the game, and that's it. Game over. Boogeyman wins. You know, but we've also had games that were they were long and they were arduous and they took, you know, upwards of two hours or so.
Or there's tension. Wow. Every play is different.
That scares me. That's red flag number 2. Those are words that I should not hear in this situation. You can be done on the first turn, or we've had games last 2 hours. Ooh, when you have the game. Okay, this is just a basic premise that I live by when it comes to board games. If you are going to have a game like that where you could win on the first turn or lose on the first turn or crazy, absolutely insane stuff can happen and the game could just flip on its head, you can't have that game last too long. That's what happens with like a lot of games. So that scares me. I want to see some gameplay.
It's totally replayable. It's a game that invites intimacy, and it's also a game that invites community, so we're excited to have that kind of spectrum available to us.
The game is very co-op. You have to work together, but the key thing is to move along the board. You don't want to be caught in a group.
It's a team building.
Move along the board. You don't want to be caught in a group. But here's the thing. I don't know what that means. I don't understand how the game is played. All you have given me is superlatives. It's great for this. It's great for that. You do this, that. I need to see gameplay here. I need to have somewhat of a feel of what is going on, and I don't have that feel. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments below, but I don't get that feel.
Exercise in disguise, because while you can gallivant about them, you know, on your onesie and just do your own thing, the purpose of the game is to come together and defeat the boogeyman. There's things that whether or not that we choose to believe that they're real, they hold weight in our immediate reality. And the boogeyman is one of those things that has consistently represented and consistently shown up for duty.
Okay, so first thing I want to mention, that I love about this is it looks like a passion project. This looks like there was a lot of love and enthusiasm and thought put into the game and into the presentation of the video. That jump scare, that totally caught me off guard, and that was spectacular. So I think they're going to get a lot of people interested in the game just because of how much heart they put into this game. Now, I see another red flag right down here. Fix this one real quick if you see this video, because I'll send it to you. But you need to go back a bunch of stuff. Back like 4 or 5 things for $1 a piece. You know, it's a little secret, but now it's like, oh, they've backed 20 other projects. They care about, they're not just here. It's not just a cash grab. You see what I'm saying? So that is one thing that sits out to me there. I always recommend that when you launch a Kickstarter, make sure you're backing other stuff as well. Because they don't, why does it never work? I can never read about stuff. All right. The Sleepover is a family-friendly, light, blah, blah, blah. Teach me gameplay. 6 friends are having a sleepover and watching a scary movie with the babysitter when a storm rolls in out of nowhere and knocks out the power for the entire neighborhood. Okay, I like it. The babysitter goes to the garage to start the generator, but there are missing pieces scattered throughout the house. Theme. I like the theme. Just then, the boogeyman comes to life out of the dark. Everyone must gather items needed for the generator and bring them to the garage so the babysitter can bring the lights back on and banish the boogeyman back to the land of nightmares from where he came. So, lights go out. Boogeyman is like, this is a good time to strike, homie, because I am allergic to light. He comes in and attacks. 30 to 60 minutes. Don't tell me in the first video that it goes to 2 hours then. This is like a pro tip if you're going to lie to me. And I'm not saying this is like a harsh criticism, because tons of games, let's be honest, let's be totally honest here, tons of games lie to us all of the time. They lie about the size of the game by putting them in misleading boxes. They lie about what's actually in the game by putting in misleading cover. They lie about a whole bunch of things. So I'm not criticizing so much for that, but don't slap me in the face with your lie in your introduction video and tell me it can go 2 hours. Okay? Just don't do that. The Sleepover offers 2 to 6 players co-op experience that takes around 30 to 60 minutes to play and will be different every run. I do like that. I do like the ideas. How to play. Here we go. Meat and potatoes, baby. Bring generator item cards to the babysitter in the garage to get the blah, blah, blah. So remove the lock card. Shuffle remaining cards and distribute face down as evenly possible among the room card slots at the end of the game board. Can I see any of this? Do they have any pictures? Oh, they don't. But, okay. Here we go. Let's play. 9 minutes. That's not bad. Let's check it out. I'll check out part of it to get a feel for how the game works.
Will you work together? Do you really think you can do it all on your
I know
own?
what's going to happen.
A scary movie with a babysitter. When a storm rolls in out of nowhere and knocks out the power for the entire neighborhood.
Okay. This is
The
all set
babysitter
up.
goes to the garage to start the generator, but there are missing pieces scattered throughout the house.
This is good.
Just then, the boogeyman comes to life out of the dark. Everyone must gather their items needed for the generator and bring them to the garage so the babysitter can bring the lights back on and banish the boogeyman back to the land of nightmares from where he came. The objective is to bring the generator items to the babysitter in the garage to get the generator running. Turn the lights back on and banish the boogeyman to the land of nightmares.
What do I do on my turn?
So basically we shuffle the cards and distribute as evenly as possible among the rooms, excluding the garage and basement. The lock, attic, and bedroom 2 if there are 2 to 3 players. So
Okay,
you would
so I'll
then
be wandering
lock these-
around trying to go through these decks, trying to find the various different stuff. That's not what I want to do. I'll watch later. But so I'm going to be going around trying to go through different decks. Got it. Okay. Going through there, I bet crazy shenanigans will ensue when I go through the deck. I'm interested how many cards are in the game. That's what I want to know. You say 1 card deck. I'd like to know how many cards that is. Yeah. Don't copyright me if that's somebody else's song, please. Yeah, that's really kind of crucial here. How many cards are in the game? It just says deck of cards. So let's take a look at it. $45 gets you the game. So first things first. I don't know if it looks like a $45 game. And that, but then again, I don't know the value of the spinner, but game board, 2 spinners, card deck, 40 life tokens, 7 playable. Yeah, this does not look like a $45 game to me. So that's my first initial thought right there, because that's just the base game, right? Yes, that is the base game is $45. Does that include shipping? I don't know. February 2021. That also scares me as well, and I believe that is probably why we're seeing that $45 price range. I am curious as to how they went around and shopped this. It does not, because if they're going through Panda or Ad Magic or any of these other companies that make a good chunk of the board games that you see on the shelf with high quality, nice materials, that you're probably not getting delivered February 2021. That is, unless the game's already made. And some companies do that. Looking at you, Queen Games. Some companies launch the Kickstarter even as the games are in the process of being made, or hell, sometimes even when the game has already been made. Yeah, I bet you didn't want to know that if you didn't know it. Just ruined Christmas. But anywho, so $45, that's a lot for what is essentially a deck of cards, one die, some pop outs and some spinners, which is just probably be part of the pop outs, and then you put the little things in there. So that does not. I'm immediately out because of the price. The $60 comes with 8 playable cards. I don't know what that means. And the poster. So you pay $15 extra for 8 cards and a poster. You are charging $15 extra for a promo pack and a poster. I have a hard time with that, seeing as how you're not established here. Like, if you had, if this was the oatmeal, and it was like, get this stupid oatmeal poster, is 1 in a million, never coming out ever again. People be like, $15 in to get promo cards, yeah. I don't feel that. This is not an IP that I know. I know about the Boogeyman, and this looks cool. Like, that's the thing. I like what they're doing here. It looks really neat. The head turner tier, $65. That comes with the resin cast figure, and that's probably where they're going to get most of their backers, because everybody wants that really cool glow-in-the-dark thing. Oh, I was wrong for right now. $210. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. Character t-shirt, the dream home. So they're just trying to get people to get the whales. They're trying to get the whales right here. The nightmare tier, $135. So what is different between the $70 and the $135? What makes it worth $65 more? Man, I am liking this Kickstarter less and less as I progress. Hey, that rhymes. I do it all the time. The Sleepover board game. Okay. The 8 cards, the Sleepover poster. So that's the first. Kickstarter exclusive Boogeyman glow-in-the-dark resin cast figure. I think that's the $65 level. Nice. They actually put this in order, so it's very easy to figure out. I do like that. So right now we're at the $65 level. Boogeyman character t-shirt, which is already the $70 level. That's not a bad for the $5 extra to get the shirt. Digital wallpaper and the digital Boogeyman soundtrack. Wait. Am I paying $65 for a digital wallpaper on a digital Boogeyman soundtrack? Tell me that's not right. Tell me that's not what I'm seeing here. Because that's absurd. Okay, if you pledge $70 or more, you get the board game, 8 playable cards. What? This is so confusing. If you pledge $65, am I getting more at the $65 pledge level than I am at the $70 pledge level? What is going on here? This is so freaking confusable. Okay. Promo cards, t-shirt at the $65 level. You don't get the resin. Okay, wait, you get the resin. There's 2 $65. What? Are there 2 $65 levels? What in the world? Who greenlit this? Who greenlit this? This is so confusing. There are 2 $65 levels. What? Why would you possibly go with this? Oh my God. Okay. You need to streamline this. You need to make this much, much, much cleaner. Get your whale package, whatever that is, the big one that gets you the whole shebang, okay? Get your basic package, and then maybe I would give people the promo card and the resin, okay? If they want the whole game, not the shirt, not the poster, not the digital wallpaper, give them that pledge level. Those are the 3 pledge levels that you need to have. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below, but I think that's reasonable. That's going to clean up this gigantic mess over here. Holy guacamole. But I do still want to know what they're charging $60 extra for. So let us continue. So the summer camp tier is $65, and it comes with no resin. The head turner is $65, and it comes with... Oh, so this is if you want the shirt versus not the shirt. The Dream Home, $70, but no resin. So if you want... What? This is the stupidest... What? I'm so frustrated. So, what the difference is between the $65 difference, in case you're wondering, is another shirt and the resin figure and a poster. I am absolutely just flabbergasted right now at this campaign. What in the heck? That's cool. That's cool as well. These are all cool. These are all great, but this isn't board games. What do we got? Okay, here I go. We got the interview with these guys. Kicking Table. Follow me on Twitter. Check it out. I bet this is gonna be gameplay.
I have a question. So this
Nope, this is an interview.
An immediate action card that actually calls. We have printed versions.
Okay, cool. Like it. Some stuff about the game. I'm gonna guess that maybe they're friends with them. Sleepover interviews. Oh, so this is people talking about
Will
said
you
game.
work together? Do you really think you can do it all on
80s, early popular these days that were, and it would be.
So this is gonna make me sound like an elitist snob, but that's great. These are a lot of good stuff. That there's reviews here, but I want someone I know. I want someone that I know I can trust, because I don't know if I can trust Delgado or Jonathan or Rob. Oh, those are the last names. Aaron or Jack. I don't know those people, but if I see Tom Vassell come up there and he's like, "Yeah, this doesn't suck," I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, even if he plays it, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't do them for ones he hates. Same with Richard Rado. You know, he and I can tell you this because a lot of people, they like to bust his chops. He talks all the time about all the stuff that he turns down. He's like, I'm not going to do videos on this. So, you know, he turns down a lot of stuff. So, yeah, there we go. I don't really recommend this Kickstarter, and I don't foresee this Kickstarter succeeding, but hey, it's already got $1,200, but 12 backers. So those are big whales. Those are big whales front loading it, and I don't know if that's a big enough front load. But here's the thing: I really do think that when they come back, retool, maybe check out my Fiverr. I'll do a video for you. Post that down in the comments below too. I probably should. This is genius. But yeah, there's a lot of issues that I see here that I just don't see it getting funded. I think it's going to stall probably about $5,000-6,000, especially not being on Board Game Geek. I think there's a huge niche for this game that would really like this game. I think I am part of that niche. I'm very interested in this game. It's light, it's simple. It's that step between Candyland and Pandemic. You know what I'm talking about? Heck, this is probably maybe even the step between Candyland and what's the other Matt Leacock one that comes in the tin? Treasure. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm free. Forbidden Island. I feel like this is a step in between there, and there's a big niche for games like that, and I think this could do it. I like the artwork, I like the appeal, I see everything they got here, but the package itself is not an appealing package as it is right now, so I think this one will stall probably around $6,000-7,000, but I predict that they will come back, retool, and then do really well. Make maybe $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000, $100,000, because I think if they get the right set of eyes on this, they absolutely could do some good stuff. Now, as for the actual game itself, I am skeptical. I wonder how many other games of this ilk they have played. But, you know, they got the interview with these guys, which kind of makes me wonder, yeah. So it's a smaller board game YouTube channel, which means maybe they're friends with one of those people. And if you're friends with one of those people, well, then you're probably into the hobby game. So, you know what? I'll save some reservations on that. I didn't get a good feel for the gameplay. But overall, I thought it was a cool looking game. But there's the Kickstarter critique. Man, if you sat through that, please let me know what I could do better, what I could do worse. And consider supporting the Patreon down below. And I hope to do this on a daily basis, a couple times a week. But as always, thanks for your time.